For all of human history, there has been one absolute certainty. No matter how rich, powerful, or brilliant you are, your biology will eventually fail. Aging is the ultimate predator, and it has a 100% success rate. We accept this decay as natural, but what if aging isn't an inevitability? What if it's just a very complex engineering problem that we haven't had the tools to solve yet? Today, I'm going to make a prediction that sounds like science fiction. By the year 2035, humanity will achieve longevity escape velocity. We will effectively solve biological aging. This isn't magic. It isn't a hidden fountain of youth. It is the inevitable result of two unstoppable forces collision: exponential biological data and artificial general intelligence, AGI. This is the most hopeful video I have ever made, because for the first time, we aren't just hoping for a cure. We are building the intelligence capable of designing it. Let me show you the roadmap to immortality. Why haven't we cured aging yet? Because biology is unimaginably complex. Your body is a machine made of 37 trillion cells, all interacting simultaneously. It's a chaotic, noisy system. Traditional science is too slow. A human researcher might spend their entire career understanding one single protein pathway. We are trying to fix a supercomputer with a stone hammer. Aging isn't one thing. It's genomic instability, telomere attrition, mitochondrial dysfunction, and cellular senescence. It's a Hydra. You cut off one head, two more appear. The sheer volume of biological data we are generating right now is useless without something to interpret it. We have the book of life, but we don't speak the language. We are drowning in data, starving for insight. Until very recently, the complexity bottleneck seemed insurmountable. We thought solving aging was a 22nd century problem. But then, something happened at Google DeepMind that changed the timeline forever. To understand the future of aging, you must understand AlphaFold. For 50 years, biology had a grand challenge: the protein folding problem. If you know a protein's shape, you know its function. Figuring out these shapes took years of expensive lab work. Scientists assumed it would take decades to map the human proteome. DeepMind's AI, AlphaFold, came along and solved it. Not in decades, in months. AlphaFold predicted the structure of nearly every protein known to science, over 200 million of them. It was a supernova of biological knowledge. Why does this matter for aging? Because proteins are the machinery of life. When you age, these machines break down or misfold. AlphaFold gave us the blueprints to every machine in your body. AlphaFold proved a crucial concept. AI can understand biological complexity infinitely better than humans can. But AlphaFold is narrow AI. It only does one thing. Now imagine an AI that doesn't just understand protein shapes, but understands how those proteins interact with your DNA, your environment, and time itself. That is the promise of AGI. Artificial general intelligence is hypothetical AI that matches human cognitive abilities across a wide range of tasks. But when applied to science, it won't just match us, it will be superhuman. By the early 2030s, we expect AGI systems that can read every biological paper ever published, synthesize conflicting data, and propose hypotheses that no human could ever conceive. An AGI biologist won't just look at one pathway. It will model the entire human organism in silico, a perfect digital twin of human biology to run trillions of experiments on. We won't be testing anti-aging drugs on mice and waiting 2 years for results. AGI will simulate 10,000 drug candidates against a digital model of an aging cell in seconds. It will identify the exact feedback loops that cause cellular senescence, the zombie cells that accumulate as we age, and design precise molecular tools to clear them out without harming healthy tissue. This is the acceleration factor. What took human teams a decade will take AGI a week. The timeline compresses. The 22nd century solution arrives in the 2030s. So here is the 2035 prediction. By that year, AGI will have delivered the first comprehensive panel of therapies that don't just slow aging, but reverse it. We aren't talking about living forever as a frail 120-year-old. We are talking about restoring the biological function of a 60-year-old to that of a 30-year-old. This will be achieved through combinations of AGI-designed gene therapies, advanced senolytics, and perhaps nanomachines repairing damage at the molecular level. The transition will be jarring. Society will have to adapt rapidly to a world where death by natural causes is optional. But consider the alternative, continuing to let billions suffer decay. The road to AGI is fraught with risks, and we must navigate them carefully. But if we get it right, the prize is the end of the greatest source of suffering in human history. The children born today might be the first generation that never has to say goodbye to their parents because of old age. That is a future worth building. The clock is ticking, but for the first time, we have the technology to stop it. 2035 is closer than you think.